Suki Suki, She-Ra. She's a fictional character in the Filmation cartoon She-Ra, Princess of Power, debuting in 1985. She's the alter ego of Princess Adora, and she's the twin sister of Prince Adam, He-Man. You know, don't we have enough princesses already? I mean, Disney has 100 princesses. There are very little dude bros. There just aren't enough princes. I just feel like there should be more men in a franchise called He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. So let's see what we can do here. I think that his name should probably be Prince Fedora. That's his alter ego. He's a white knight, you know, he's a male feminist, you know, he's all of those things. And then he raises his sword of protection, which is almost as good as He-Man's sword of power, and it transforms Prince Fedora into He-Ra, Prince of Power. Think about it. I mean, that's a comic book and a cartoon that a lot of people would want to read. I'm sure of it. I'd want to read it. And he'd be hanging out, throwing back a few brewskis with He-Man. He's got that long blonde hair. That's what princes have. He eats right. You know, he lot of lean proteins. He sees a lot of gains when he goes to the gym. Yeah. See, Prince Fedora, the White Knight. Wow, it's like his Clark Kent. That's kind of the dorky, nerdy version. It's of an alter ego. It's meant to throw off his enemies. His arms are a lot like mine. Just kind of pose in the mirror to get those arms right. And that's what you should do. I mean, always, you know, use yourself for photo reference whenever possible. So let's just say that, you know, what happened was, if we have to put this into continuity, let's just say that She-Ra died. Yeah, she died. And this guy picked up her sword of protection and was instantly gifted all of her powers. Like the power was in the sword. And as soon as he picked up that sword, he became He-Ra. Oh. One more master of the universe. Let's give him a nice cape. Yeah, I'm not much of a colorist. Again, I tell you guys that every time, but I will still color these drawings just to bring them to vivid life for you. I hope it helps. I mean, I think the point of this character is that, like, you know, I want little boys to know that, like, you know, a man can do anything a woman can do, except for that one thing. Like, there's nothing a woman can do that a man can't do. sometimes better. And that's what we have to start teaching our children that. We have to start teaching our little boys that they're just as good, if not better, than little girls. And there he is. He's heroic. He looks great. I don't know why he wasn't done this way in the first place. I don't know why this character doesn't already exist. Well, now he does. Now he does. So thank God. So this is ISIS, and not that ISIS. This is a different kind of ISIS. This is a hot ISIS that doesn't chop off people's heads. And she was a part of a Saturday morning cartoon in the 70s. It should be in the second half of the Shazam ISIS hour. So little boys looking for representation on television could only watch half of that hour. We need to fix that right now. ISIS, huh? So let's call this guy Ibro instead of ISIS. And he's very, very powerful. An Egyptian god, I would think. Yeah. He's got his roots in Egyptian mythology. And his name is Andrew Thomas. He's a high school teacher. He's got a nice goatee. He likes to hang out. You know what I mean? Toss a few back. Hang out with the boys. Play video games. I mean, that's what he does in his off hours. And then he can become Ibro. You know, when he uses the Egyptian amulet that Isis found during an archaeological dig in Egypt just before she died suddenly, and he took over. Like, he took the amulet, and now he can become Ibro. He's every bit as good as Isis, every bit as good, and that's what's important. In fact, I think the first issue of this character should basically be about 22 pages. Let's make it a double size. Let's make it a 48-page book where, basically he runs around talking about how he's so much better than ISIS, and everybody's like, yeah, I agree. You are. You're awesome. People need to tell him he's awesome. He's not looking for praise at all. He's not looking to be validated at every turn, but people just keep validating him. They keep telling him, boy, I was sick of that ISIS girl. I'm really glad Ibro is here. He's got a bunch of powers too. He's got flight, super speed, super strength. He's like way stronger than Wonder Woman. Way stronger. And he's got the ability to make objects levitate. He can hold back elements like rocks and water. He can change the molecules of inanimate objects to allow people to pass through them. He can act like a human lightning rod. He's got remote viewing. And he's got the power to reverse time. So in order to use these powers, he has to chant, "O zephyr winds that blow on high, lift me now so I can fly, bro." And then he flies into the sky. Yeah. He's got a nice tan. We're going to make sure we give him a nice tan. He spends a lot of time at the gym, a lot of time at the tanning salon. He's got to get his tan on. He's working on his fitness. Yeah, he's a gentleman. Ladies love him. Yeah, and there he is. There's Ibro. Not to be confused with eyebrow, even though he's got really good eyebrow game, as you can see. His name is Ibro. Egyptian god. Better sign this. Just so people know it's my idea. It's my idea. So here's Rainbow Brite, also known in Japan as Magical Girl Rainbow Brite, Maho Shoujo Rainbow Baraito, She's a media franchise by Hallmark Cards, and she was introduced in 1983. She had her own TV show. She had a ton of toys around 1984. And yeah, she was just one of those Mattel toys that they're all aimed at girls. And it didn't occur to them to try for the boy toy market. I mean, if you made the toys for boys, they'd come. So let's work that out, and let's see what they might have done if they were a little more creative. So first of all, my biggest problem with Rainbow Brite, aside from her gender, is that she's just not really violent enough. Like I can't, like, if I play with Rainbow Brite toys, it's hard to really make her hit things. And that's, I think, what the main purpose of action figures is. It's to shoot things and hit things. You have fists and you have guns, or weapons. And Rainbow Brite barely has any weapons, and I'm not really sure what she does. I don't know what people do when they don't have weapons in their hands, because So let's change Rainbow Brite just a little bit. First of all, we're going to fix the gender thing, and we're going to make the character into Rainbow Brute. And Rainbow Brute is a barbarian troll who lives over the rainbow. And this is all my idea. If the original creators had been wise enough to contact me in 1983 when I was in the 3rd grade, I probably would have told them the same thing. It's an interesting idea, Rainbow Brite, but Rainbow Brute is definitely the way to go. He's got big arms. He carries a bloody rainbow sword, and it's always splattered with the blood of his enemies who live in the storm clouds. He is extremely tough. He likes to drink alcoholic nectar off of flower petals, and it makes him act a little nuts. So that's Rainbow Brute. And he's very colorful. I mean, listen, I get it. He's a rainbow guy. He gets his powers from his magical land over the rainbow. So of course his uniform, his battle armor is very, very colorful. It's fun to look at. It's like you've got all these boys out there, young boys who want to be represented in toys and aren't. And this just seems like a missed opportunity. And I'll sign this because, again, this is my idea. Hallmark didn't get there. I did. Thank you. You're welcome. Rainbow Brute. Yeah. Who wouldn't want to play with Rainbow Brute? So here's Harley Quinn. She's a creation of Paul Dini and Bruce Timm, and she appeared in Batman the Animated Series in 1992. And she took off. She was in all the Batman comic books. She's a very popular character. But I mean, look, Paul Dini, Bruce Timm, 2 men. I don't know why they felt cowed into making this character a female. They could have made Harley Quinn a man. I don't even know why Harley is named Harley. Could have been named Charlie. So this is Charlie Quinn. The other thing is, in 1982, there were a lot of really brave and talented male comic book creators who maybe were overlooked in the rush to maybe overpraise the countless female artists that were working in the industry at the time. So I'm going to do Charlie Quinn in tribute to those brave male creators who were never properly paid, never got their due, I think, for how creative they were. And so this is kind of like a reimagining. It's like, what would happen if this character were created by one of those obscure comic book creators of the 90s, You know, how would it have been different? It definitely would have been better. Charlie Quinn, I think, is a bouncer. We would say, like, I think he's one of the Joker's bouncers. So, like, you know, if you mess with the Joker and the Joker's kind of like, hey, get him out of here. Here comes Charlie Quinn. All right, and Charlie Quinn is going to toss your rear end right out of the bar. That's what he does. Yeah. And I mean, already, like, you can just imagine, you can see, like, let's give him a big gun here that, like, it would say bang, like a flag would come out that said bang, but there were like 3 flags, maybe 4 flags. Let's overdo it. Let's go. Let's get extreme. Yeah, already I just look at this and I get teary-eyed, thinking about what might have been. This could have been a truly great character. And I arrived there. Okay, I'm imagining that someone else did. But no. This was my idea. And so here we go. I mean, here they all are. Proud to say, it's look at them. Diversity is our strength. That is the message here. I really hope you all enjoyed watching me recreate and improve these feminist icons. All of these drawings right now are on eBay, so if you would like to own one of these brave male heroes, the original art, you can go to my eBay page, Cyberfrog9, and place a bid. I'm starting them all at 99 cents. And if you haven't subscribed yet to this page, please do subscribe to my channel. Not my page, my channel. I gotta get used to that. I'll figure it out eventually. Thanks very much, guys. Thanks for everything. See you again soon.